Hi, I'm Tim Markison, founder and CEO of Athalonz, and today we're going to talk about our technology that goes into our athletic footwear, how Athalonz came into being, and some of the charity work that Athalonz has been involved in over the years. Hi, this is our Mangrove shoe. This is our newest version that's out, just came out this summer. This shoe is 100% leather and 100% made in the United States. It's made in LA, and we're really proud of it. It's got great technology in it, and we welcome everybody to try it. So again, this is our Mangrove shoe that's just came out this summer. It is fully made in the United States, which I just mentioned, but it also has over 20 patents on the technology that goes into this shoe. We have a series of patents regarding what we call our grip and glide outsole. So you can see these V-shaped patterns here allows the shoe to, when it's rotating this direction, it provides less resistance. When it's rotating in this direction, it provides more. So when the golfer wants his shoe to grip, it grips, and when they want it to release, it releases based on this pattern. A majority of our patents are actually in the midsole. It's kind of hard to see from the midsole, but what we have is this gradient slope that goes down towards the ball of the foot and big toe area on the inside of the shoe. What that does is it allows ground reaction force from being perpendicular, which is in most shoes, to angle it in about 4 degrees. So when you angle in about 4 degrees, for somebody my size, I'm 6 foot, that increases power by 9%. That's basic physics. The other thing that does is it creates a more stable base. So what happens when people get on their back leg when they golf is there's a little bit of sway. Well, that little bit of sway has to be overcome when they're bringing the golf club back to the contact point. So it just adds more timing and kind of helps screw up the golf swing. So by eliminating that sway, there's more power, more control into the golf swing. This version of the shoe I mentioned is made in the United States. We switched from having our shoes made in Korea. We made that decision about 2 years ago, post-COVID. Like hundreds of thousands of businesses across America, we were adversely harmed by COVID with the shutdown and those kind of things. And we had an order pending in South Korea with our manufacturer there. And the shipment was ready, but we couldn't get a ship to bring it from Korea to here. It took 4 months to get our shoes on a ship to bring it to the United States. In that 4 months, our price went up 4x just for the shipping. So it really hamstrung us on 2 fronts. One was the delay in getting inventory in, but the second was the dramatic increase in shipping. So we wanted to eliminate that problem, but also have more control in working with our manufacturer. So that's why we chose to manufacture these shoes. They're made in LA. The challenge with making anything in the United States is manufacturing costs are higher than when you go overseas. That's why most shoes, almost all shoes, are either made in China, Vietnam, or some other country in Asia. But the quality that we get in the United States, the control over how the shoe is developed, it far exceeds the cost savings. So our shoe here sells for $285. But the performance that you get, the durability of the shoe, this is kind of a funny little story, but this is probably 7-8 years ago, we were talking to a large shoe sales company and trying to get our shoes into their stores. And we were touting all the features of our shoe, the technology of our shoe, and then we said, yeah, and our shoes are durable. They're just gonna last 18 months to 24 months, even if you're playing regularly. And the executive of the shoe company said, well, that's not an advantage to us. We want people to buy new shoes every 2 to 3 months. So durability is a disadvantage. We ended up not doing the deal, but that's also part of what we do is we want these shoes to last. We don't want people having to buy new shoes every 2 to 3 months. It should be every 18 months to 2 years. So this is one of our Mangrove shoes with the upper cut off. So this is our midsole and outsole pattern. But I thought I'd try to illustrate what the energy does in your shoe, so that when you heel strike here, and then your foot kind of rolls this way. And then with our slope, it takes the energy to here. So your weight is here when you're making the golf swing, when you're walking, doing really anything athletic, including walking. So we have these gradient slopes that cause the energy of the force of your body weight to go in that direction. As I mentioned, we're making these shoes in the United States. So not surprisingly, our cost of goods are higher, almost 3x higher to have these shoes made in the United States than the cost of our previous shoe, which was this NV shoe here. We had this made in South Korea at about 1/3 the cost of having this shoe made in the United States. Now, part of that cost is we're using high-end Italian leather. Okay. And then this is repurposed midsole. So these raw materials cost a little bit more, but the assembly, the labor part of putting the shoe together is like 8 times the cost of what was in South Korea. But we feel that's justified, first of all, because it's made in the United States, but then the quality of the shoe, the durability of the shoe, more than justifies the investment. So we formed Athalonz, started in 2011. It started with some baseball coaches, Major League Baseball coaches and myself. And the original plan was to develop some technology and then see if we can't license it or selling it. And then we realized that we really need to make a product to really get the market aware of the benefits of our technology. So we introduced our first shoe in 2015. It was a baseball shoe, and we had very modest success with that. In 2018, we came out with our first golf shoe, and we were having great success with that because that came out late 2018. In 2019, we had world long drivers using our shoe. This is a fun little story. Mitch McDowell, who unfortunately recently passed away, he was a teaching pro at Mesa Country Club, and he was also a world long driver. He was kind of long in the tooth for long drivers, but he was still competitive. So he took our prototype golf shoe to an event, a long drive event, in the summer of 2018. And he did well, but he got knocked out in the round of 32. Ryan Steenberg, who was number 6 in the world, had come in competing for 8 years, but had never won an event. He goes, "Hey, let me try those shoes." So Mitch gave Ryan the shoes. Ryan put them on, won that event. The next event, next long drive event, in our shoes, he won that event. And people are like, "Ryan, what are you doing differently?" And he goes, "Literally, it's the shoes." And of course, the first response is, "Oh, that's baloney." But then the next guy tried it, and the next guy, and the next guy. So by mid of 2019, we had 8 of the top 10 women long drivers, 8 of the top 10 men long drivers, and over 50% of all long drivers in our shoes because they work. And then in the fall of 2019, we signed Bernard Langer, who had heard about our shoes because of the long drive, to wear our shoes in competition in the Champions Tour. And he was off to a great start in 2020, and then COVID hit, and all the momentum we were building is lost. So we have been struggling the last couple of years to rebound from that. So we're here in Athalonz warehouse. We're in Mesa, Arizona. This is where we keep our inventory. We have custom insoles here that allow for the athletic positioning to be adjusted. We have some of our Mangrove shoes listed or stored here. Let's see, we do shipping and receiving over here. Our older shoes, the NVs, we have stacked on that wall. But yeah, we're a small operation, but we've got everything set up to grow, and we're looking forward to grow and looking forward to becoming well known in the Phoenix area. So in addition to the Mangrove, which I showed you earlier, this is a prototype version of what we call the Westsider golf shoe. It's more of an introductory golf shoe. It doesn't have our patented outsole. It's more of a conventional, more casual golf shoe, but it does have our technology in the insole, so you get that athletic positioning and get the athletic feel, just not as much as you get in the Mangrove. And then, so this should be available hopefully before the end of this year. So check our website as Thanksgiving approaches. And then the other shoe that we're developing, this is called our NV2. So this has pretty much every piece of technology we've ever created in a shoe. So this is our top performance shoe. It's got It has the grip and glide outsole. We have, I don't know if you can see this here, but this is what we call our flex zone. So it allows the shoe to bend where the toes bend, so it doesn't press on top of the foot. It's got lockdown features in here. So every piece of technology that we patented is in this shoe. So this is going to come out late this year, early next year. We're really excited about this shoe as well. So Athalonz, and me personally, we do a fair bit of charity work and support of organizations that work to prevent child abuse. I am a victim of child abuse, physical and sexual abuse. So that issue is very near and dear to my heart, of preventing that from others having to suffer that trauma. So about 3 years ago, through Athalonz sponsorship, I rode my bicycle, not a motorcycle, my bicycle from San Diego, California to Jacksonville, Florida as a charity event, and we raised over $105,000 for charity. So we continue to do those kind of charity works. We are working with Joe Torre's Safe at Home organization. We donate a small bit of our profits every month to them. So every shoe that we buy, that people buy from us, is helping prevent child abuse. All right, well, thank you for watching the video and learning about Athalonz. If you'd like to learn more about Athalonz, please visit us at our website, athalonz.com. That's ATHALONZ.com. Or come and visit us if you're in the Mesa area at our office at 2716 North Ogden in Mesa, and that's near the intersection of McDowell and Greenfield. And our shoes currently are only available either direct in person at our office or on our website.